Quick shout out to our sponsor, Bloxam & Company. Bloxam manufactures a sediment and erosion control stormwater inlet filter made from coconut fiber that is designed to be simple to install and easy to maintain. The filter is available in pads and rolls, making it easy to customize for a wide range of stormwater inlets. Because it sits over the inlet, sediment buildup is easy to see at a glance, so crews can quickly assess performance without looking down into the structure. Bloxam also offers free samples. To learn more, visit bloxam.com or call 1-800-745-1408.
What's up, Stormwater fam? We've got some bonus content for you. We are currently driving to the TSPE conference in South Padre Island. I'm not driving. Rael is driving. But we have got more value coming out of the Indiana MS4 conference from last month. It's a separate clip. Todd probably thinks I forgot about him or something happened to the clip itself, but I wanted to have it separate. It's relatively short. It goes into some of the great stuff that Elkhart County is doing, but it touches on their water quality of life manual. It's a technical field guide, but they didn't want to call it that, and you'll see why as we discuss it. I'm going to link it so you guys can all go check it out, and definitely take a few minutes to listen to this clip and see what they're doing there in Elkhart County at the Soil and Water Conservation District.
Hey, we're still at the Indiana MS4 Partnership. I'm with my friend Todd Clark from Elkhart County Soil and Water Conservation District. Is that correct, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so I just wanted to grab you real quick and get your impression on the conference or the annual meeting. And then we also have some other stuff we want to talk about.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm glad to be here another year. We've always enjoyed being a part of the Indiana MS4 partnership, and we've benefited greatly from a lot of the training that they offer at these events. In addition to that, now they're sending out a new newsletter that's very beneficial to us in our office, making sure we're up to date on a lot of the new things that are coming down the pipeline. So I appreciate the amount of effort and time that they do put into this. I know it's a huge event for the partnership, and I think it's a good networking opportunity for a lot of us. Always feel like it's kind of getting back together with all of my buddies, so I'm glad to get to see them. But ultimately for us, I think somebody said it a little earlier, but it's great to continuously learn and educate and evolve in what we do, and I think that's kind of what we're all about at the SWCD. We're always trying to educate, do outreach, so I get a lot of ideas from here, and I really appreciate having the opportunity to be here.
And I forgot to even mention, I feel like everybody in this state probably already knows who you are. That may or may not be true in the stormwater world with what you guys have been able to do with the Pay Dirt Conference. But what is your role? What's your actual role with the
Sure. At the SWC, I'm the Stormwater Project Manager. Okay. So essentially, I manage anything that comes in that has a Stormwater Pollution Prevention Plan. We take all the plans for the City of Goshen, the City of Elkhart County, and the Town of Bristol, and then even the non-MS4 towns, we do the plan review for those, and we also do the inspections, the site inspections.
Gotcha.
So MCM basically 4 and 5.
Okay.
And with that, I think having as much knowledge and information as I do about all these projects, I'm able to do a pretty good job of outreach and education with our contractors, with, like today, for example, I'll be speaking on some of that stuff, and having the opportunity to kind of take what I've learned, pass it on to other people, but then while I'm doing that, also grabbing some things off of those people, because there's 300 and some people here that are a wealth of knowledge. I spend 5 minutes with Luke Owen, and I always walk out of the room beating my chest because he gets really passionate about stormwater, right? And I think that if you get nothing else, you always get reinvigorated by that. But as far as my role goes, the other thing that we do, like I said, I'm really more employed by the partnership. I'm housed at the SWCD, but the partnership is my priority. So working with Elkhart, working with Goshen, working with the county gives me a unique perspective that I think a lot of other people might not have who are just in their own MS4.
Oh, yeah.
I'm able to see kind of the intricacies of all of those different MS4s and how they operate. And then even still having these connections here, understanding how other MS4s operate. If there's one thing that's for sure on every MS4 is that every MS4 is different. Like there just is a totally different way of looking at things. But having that insight into some different ways of it operating, I can see why one way might work for somebody and one way might not work for somebody. So
that's a great position to be in. I think a very common thread today and the people that I've been talking to is just the openness of the sharing of information back and forth, which is what you just kind of said. And then it also sounds like you are the glue that kind of holds some of this together in your actual role. I know you've been on the podcast before. We promoted the PAYDIRT conference that you guys do, but now you've got something else. Last night during the networking event, or maybe even before that, I got to see you and Jim, and you guys are pretty excited about a new. I don't know if I want to. Is it? I don't know. I don't want to call it a field manual, since it's called a water quality of life manual.
Right.
And not to steal your thunder, but you want to talk about this creation a little bit?
Well, I will, and this does kind of stem from that PAYDIRT event. When a few years back, we decided that we were going to take the agricultural world and we were going to take the stormwater world, and we were just going to sort of throw them all together and have this event. And we've had a lot of success.
You guys are going to talk to each other.
Yeah, kiss and make up. Let's go. And so, getting those guys together to see one another's, the reasoning that they might feel a certain way about why would farmers get some exemptions that they get? Why, and the same thing with it helps them to understand more so than why are we regulated differently. It turns into we have the same stormwater problem no matter where it falls. We all have to deal with it one way or another, and getting some of the people in town to realize, hey, the farmers in their operations can actually hold some water back, infiltrate some water, do some things with their farms, and then it gets them some understanding when you're on a project site how important, or the importance of stabilization on your project as you're phasing it through. And having those conversations and those similarities with what they do, when we bring in a guy who's doing a drone and he's showing different ways of seeding, when we bring in these guys that do stabilization, hard armor, it can work for both of those people. So I think we found that this is a growing thing. When I listened to some of the presentations today, it's an actual topic of conversation. There's a couple of things that they're doing. They're talking about quality of life, number one. And number two, they're talking about your watershed is extensive. It goes beyond your city limits. And that's everything that we preach. So what we did is we came up with, technical field guide, right? So what we didn't want to do with our event was call it our contractor's workshop. We wanted to call it PAYDIRT because we wanted to give it a life. We wanted it to have that breathed into it. It's the same thing with our manual. We don't just want this to be the Elkhart County technical field guide. We want this to be the Elkhart County water quality of life because it hits more than just the technical aspects of stormwater. Yes, you're going to find in here BMPs that we're going to use in construction. It's going to find post-construction best management practices. But in addition to that, you're going to have 7 or 8 agricultural practices that you can do in your farm fields. Things like planting cover crops, planting a grass waterway, exclusion fencing for your animals to keep animals out of the ditch. Stuff like that really can be impactful on a very large scale. But the other side of that large scale is we wanted to go really small scale, and we included residential best management practices like putting a rain barrel in your yard or a rain garden, something that you can do in your own property to make a small impact. Because another thing that I heard today, every little thing, every little outfall, every little management starts to add up and it makes a positive impact. And I think when we're looking at a state with between 6 and 7 million people and growing rapidly, I think we have to get people to understand that every one of us can make a very small impact, and then all of those impacts collectively can make a very large impact, both financially on your property values, and in addition to that, it can positively impact our waterways and making sure we have clean water to recreate in that kind of thing.
All right, cool. Well, hey, look, I know another session is going to be starting soon. Todd, I appreciate you taking a few minutes with me.
Absolutely.
This thing is a beast. It's available on your website, right?
It is.
So they can go. So I'll link that. I'll link that in my show notes so people can go check it out.
On the website.
And then we'll get together. We'll get Jim involved, and we'll do a deep dive into this thing. It's a monster. he's just scratching the surface. You're just, you're definitely just scratching the surface with what you're talking about today. So we'll get back on the podcast. We'll bring you guys on, and we'll dive deep in this thing. And
absolutely.
let people know what's going on, man. Thank you for
Appreciate
doing it. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, man.
Thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsor, Bloxam. Bloxam offers a coconut fiber stormwater inlet filter designed for simple installation, easy maintenance, and clear visual performance on site. The product is available in pads and rolls and can be customized for a variety of inlets. Learn more at bloxam.com or call 219-363-0206 or 1-800-745-1408. We'll see you on the next episode.